This episode is brought to you by PayPal. You had plans for the last days of summer. And back-to-school shopping has its own plans. School supplies, dorm essentials, your list doesn't stop. Neither does the spending. But when you pay in full with PayPal, you can pay over time. No interest, no fees. Check out with PayPal and get back to summer. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payinfor. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Shave ice by the beach. A trip to the state fair. And a throwback flick at the local drive-in. They're more than just items to check off the summer bucket list. They're also opportunities to earn 2% daily cash back when you use your Apple Card with Apple Pay. Apply for Apple Card now and use in minutes with Apple Pay. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
Propel Fitness Water. With Gatorade electrolytes, zero sugar, and vitamins, Propel hydrates better than water to help you get the most out of your workout and get back to your best self. What propels you? Propel with Gatorade electrolytes.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey everybody, welcome to Coach Unplugged. So excited you decided to join us today. Before I jump into the podcast, go over and leave a 5-star review. We really love those reviews. Leave some comments. I read all of them and we would really appreciate that. But before we get started, I definitely want to give a big shout out to our two sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the #1 shooting machine on the market, bar none. Mention Coach Unplugged, you get $450 off and you'll get the best customer service you'll ever expect. Just mention Coach Collins and they'll take really good care of you. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It is the one-stop shop for basketball coaches. It's something, you know, when I started teachhoops.com, it was what I would have wanted as a young coach before, you know, all the state championships and all the nationally ranked teams that I've coached. And not to brag, just to kind of tell kind of my journey, I would have killed for this stuff because it would have made my life so much easier. A little bit of everything that you need to become a better basketball coach. And we are the only people out there that offer 14-day free trial because we believe in it so much. Follow the roadmap, work on your craft, and you get me one-on-one mentoring. So I can't imagine anything better than that. I don't know. Anyway, go over and check it out. And let's head off to the podcast.
How you doing before I start on me?
We're good. We're my center tore his ACL the last game of the he tore his ACL the last game of last season.
Yep.
So he just went to the doctor on Friday and it sounds like we'll get him back for like the last 5 weeks.
Nice.
So yeah, so it's good. So we get some good news. We're 7-1 and I'm not complaining. We're 7-1 and we're
ranked in the state.
And we're ranked like 7th in the state. So I'm not complaining. 6 or 7. I don't know. I don't follow those things. I don't even vote anymore, to be honest with you. I mean,
aren't you supposed to vote for all the other schools and everything?
You are, but I don't even vote anymore. I got so many other things to worry about other than who cares. The kids do, but I don't.
The kids do.
Yeah, they
sure.
do. But we're doing all right. We're
I don't know. For me, I've been following you for 3 or 4 years now. Definitely feels like a long time.
It is. Yeah, I've had. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're just we haven't peaked. I always worry. Like I've said in other podcasts, if you listen to my podcast, it's like I gave my guys an entire week off.
Oh wow!
And I hadn't done that since like
I've never heard of a tire. The only time I've heard of a tire week off is if you know the other end of it. If the coach is losing the kids.
No, and it's like, and I used to do it all the time, and we came back and had our 2 best practices all year. Swear to God, because they were refreshed. It was like a restart. Now we're a little we're sketchy and we're a little out of sync, but
yep.
You know, we played an opponent I knew we could win when we came back from break, so it was it was good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. What about you?
I'm doing well. This is for me 6th year of true basketball coaching. I did some. I had my hip surgery when I was in high school, and that took away my ability. I'm 6'7". I can, run up and down the floor. I could shoot a three, but I can't jump off my legs and touch them anymore. So I just, run around, tell my story, help. I'm a teacher. I teach PE, and all I do is teach these days. And I learned through college when I was in college for Division I. Learned how to coach and was doing some internships at a high school. And the guy was like, hey, you want to come help me out?
Yep.
And I was like, sure. I didn't know anything really other than just helping out the college team. And so then I started to learn how to coach really. And then that year.
But if you know how to teach, you know how to coach.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I learned quickly. Quickly. I was just when I was in college.
Yeah.
And I was still learning what path I wanted to go down.
Right.
And we were number 4 in the state for girls basketball. We had one Division I player. She was 25 points a game. Some nights she scored 40 or 50. And we had one Division I player, and we lost to the team that was number 1 in the state. I'm in Connecticut, and they had 3 Division I players. One girl plays at Maryland now, and they smoked us by like 20. But that was one game.
I'm trying to convince my son to go out. He's looking school wise more than basketball wise, but he's looking at like the NASDAQ and some of those schools, and he's a smart kid.
There's great schools up here. I worked at the Yale James Jones basketball camp this summer. I got to help out work in the elite camp.
Yep.
So I had my own team, and I ran my own stations and everything, and that was an awesome experience.
Those things are good too. It's like I got to figure out what I'm gonna. He's a junior. I got to figure out if I got to go to some of those because it's basically the trickle down. Like he can't play at Yale, but he can play. Yeah, I think it trickles down. Like they tell those other guys look for these kids, kind of thing.
Yeah, I know a couple Division III coaches. They're good. They're good guys. They're hard workers, and they really live and breathe basketball out here.
Yeah, they can't find a kid in Wisconsin. Like
that's the thing. The guys are driving up and down the East Coast trying to find kids.
Right. Yeah, and there's like a lot of smart kids in the school in the thing. All right. So you got some questions for me?
I do have a few. For me right now, I'm working hard on our culture. My kids, like you said, you lost one of your kids and he's coming back. I coach freshmen right now. This is my 4th year. 2 years at one school. Now I'm 2 years at my old school I went to high school at. We're number 5 in the state, so we do pretty well up here.
Right.
But for me, I'm building culture right now. And I was sitting down with I have an assistant coach. He's a huge help this year. I didn't have one last year.
Oh, it's so nice.
Having an assistant at the freshman level who's played the game and the kids, look up to in a positive manner has been a huge help. Last year's guy was, here and there. This year's guy is there every day. Okay. And he and I have been able to we've put in like a lot of plays, we've done a lot of station work. He takes half the team. I take half the team.
Well, the thing is, it's just an extra, so here's how spoiled I am. I have 15 guys. I have 3 assistants.
Yeah. Our coaching staff for the varsity level. It's our head coach, the 2 assistant varsity coaches. One guy does like stats and clock, and he does the scoring, and the other guy handles all the everything else. Then we have our JV coach. There's myself, and then my assistant coach, and then we also have like a guy that's like head of scouting. So you got to have a scout guy too. It's crazy, but it's like 7. So it was over winter break, and a couple of my guys are business guys, or they work for the state, and I was down to me and an assistant. It was down to me and an assistant for a couple of these winter break ones, and it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's just that was us last year. Our varsity team went to Florida, and we won one of those Florida Jamboree winter break tournaments. I remember you talking about you. We went down. We won one in Ocala a couple of years ago. Those are great. We're going to Windermere next year. So I think we're going back next year. I didn't get to go. So it's just me and the JV coach. We're just sitting at practice. Like it's 2 of us, and it's the freshmen and the JV that stayed behind. So
right. Yeah.
Kids, and we just made it the best we could.
Yeah.
What I wanted to talk about was, I'm 2-2 now, for my freshman level. I'm building culture. We've been really hard on
this year our big thing is who wants it more. Because we've had 2 wins to start the season. The first one, we were up 12, and then in a blink of an eye, I try to start giving the kids an opportunity, get everybody in first game of the year, get the jitters going. Our 12 goes to down 4 in a heartbeat. Right. Great.
But the problem is early you're trying to figure out your bodies.
I want to give the kids an opportunity to get them all in there, even though, at the same time, still got to try and win the games. That's the expectation. And the second game of the season, we're down 16 in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes to go, and we ended up winning that game by 4. It was
really?
It was a battle. Yeah, it was a battle.
So what are you specifically doing to build culture? Because it sounds like you have good culture in your program already. There's talking about your team.
The culture is there, but this year's group of kids are a big bunch of. They like to joke around a lot, so they really had to take things seriously.
Yep.
We're emphasizing who wants it more right now to really get the kids to get after it and practice. We do a lot of 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4 shell building into skill work.
A lot of game stuff. I would do. So a couple things with kids like that. I do a lot of game stuff where it's competitive.
Keep it competitive, it's either push-ups or sometimes it's running, but these kids run so much anyway. We try to do more push-ups and stuff like that.
Yep. And then I would especially, and I've done this with kids at some of my special, you almost got to have a focus word or something you say because you want them to have fun. And especially if they're a lighthearted group, that's okay. But it's like when coach says, Spartan or something, we're done. We're done. We're refocused. You almost need to come up with a refocus
This episode is brought to you by PayPal. You had plans for the last days of summer. And back-to-school shopping has its own plans. School supplies, dorm essentials, your list doesn't stop. Neither does the spending. But when you pay in 4 with PayPal, you can pay over time. No interest, no fees. Check out with PayPal and get back to summer. Subject to approval. Learn more at paypal.com/payin4. PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card, Shave Ice by the beach, a trip to the state fair, and a throwback flick at the local drive-in. They're more than just items to check off the summer bucket list. They're also opportunities to earn 2% daily cash back when you use your Apple Card with Apple Pay. Apply for Apple Card now and use in-minutes with Apple Pay. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
I'm not going to compare your team to my puppy that I have, but it's similar to you go to the potty, you get a treat. Here's the word, be quiet kind of thing.
I gotcha.
I've had specific kids that I've had if I do this, you better shut the blank up.
Yeah, that's one of the things. I say rule number 1: when a coach is talking, nobody's talking. If I say a word, everybody stops.
Right.
They love to still communicate with each other, and I'm not trying to kid or really get after a bunch of
14-year-olds, 14, 15-year-olds. Yeah,
they're guys. Kids. So it's we've had the flu going around.
Oh God.
I had 13 to start the year, and I had one kid. His mother pulled him from the team. He was my second best player, 10 points a game, just could hit threes.
Right.
Loved to play offense. And we lost him 2 games ago. So now we're 2-2 trying to scrape through it.
Well, the problem is it's like injuries and illness. You gotta adjust on the fly because it happens.
The flu's bad.
Yeah.
We're just working on it. So I don't know, refocused word. I've never really thought of something like that before. We've been just trying to get.
And what it does is, what I've noticed is, and you can, in the fun, it becomes funny part way through the season, but it's also like in a timeout or a big part of the game or something like that, or you have a 30-second and you got to get across something to them very quickly.
Yep.
That refocused word is great because it's like they know, ooh, coach ain't kidding.
Okay.
4 years ago, it was like Spartan. If coach said Spartan, it was like, well, better focus,
Okay.
So it works. It does. It definitely works, especially with the group mentality. They'll self-police.
They're learning. We ask them to hey, I need your best or give me your best.
Yep.
They're learning how to be accountable for others and how to talk the right way to each other.
Yep. So we talk about it as I've done this. We won a game mid-December and we won by 20 or something. It was 20-minute speech afterwards because I talk about standard. I go, that's not our standard. yes, you won, and 2/3 of the people in the state are happy that they just won by 20 and they're already at home eating. That's not our standard. That's what I like to talk about, because talk about standards. We've talked about this as a group. This is not our standard. Do you agree, or do you not want me to hold you to that standard? If you don't, that's cool, but just, that's what I say. But you've told me this is your standard, what you want. So that's what you throw back into them.
The kids know we're always striving to learn, and I'm here to teach them, and they're here to learn. Their ability to listen has to increase, and there is a set standard and expectations that we're trying to hold them to.
Yep.
Last year's group was definitely more athletically skilled than this year's group. I had a kid that could dunk last year, and this year,
right.
I think 2 kids on my team can probably grab the backboard. So, it's one of those scenarios. But they play hard. We're getting them to get there. And they're just, we're just going all out at it.
Right.
I'm just trying to get them to understand we have to go all out, or you're just holding back. Like, there's really no other way to put it.
Well, and be honest, it's a pyramid, man. And you're down at the bottom of the pyramid. If you want to end up at the top of the pyramid, there's going to be 6 of you left.
I haven't given them that speech yet. we haven't done the off-season speech and what the expectation is.
But it's a pyramid, and it's like, but I've had my assistant more than me, but my assistants have even talked to my 12, 13, 14 on this year's team that are really kind of my underclassmen, and saying, don't give up in the season, because you're building to get better. That you don't know when your number is going to be called. You don't know when someone gets hurt, the flu goes around, you got, all this. Don't assume you're even going to make the team next year kind of discussion, So it's a pyramid. You want to grow to the top of that pyramid.
That's what I'm trying to get, just to give the kids to understand that aspect. It's
over and over and over again. It's
exactly,
the key too. Yeah.
Not trying to harp on it, but today, we changed it up. I wrote a couple things on the board. I was trying to look for, let me see if I have it right here. I don't know. I got all my practice plans. I brought my backpack in, and I was just like, let me look through everything I did today. And we were just trying, writing different things down. I'm listening to podcasts,
Yep.
different teachers of the game, and trying my best to help the kids, learn more and, just be a better teacher for them. If I can find it. Here it is.
And the thing is, they all learn differently too. I was talking to another coach about it. That's the key, is you got to give, one kid might be a visual learner. One kid might be a writing learner. One kid might be an auditory learner.
Definitely.
That's the thing, is that you got to think about this as someone's taught 30 years. You got to think, there's literally, I've got some kids coming up through my program that I'm going to be able to teach them. They're going to learn one thing really well, because that's all they're going to be able to do. They're really talented,
I do have that too. Some kids who are having trouble, not with the continuity part of the offense, or not with the ball in their hands, but all the quick hitter parts.
Well, and the thing is that the kids like that, like an out of bounds play or a quick hit, give them one. This is the only spot you need to know.
I've thought
the basketball savvy kid can learn 3 of them.
Yeah, kids. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
that's tough. I know what you mean, though.
Well, yeah, you got to find this. You got to find the smart ones. They got to learn all 5, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
I have a few kids that are learning 2 or 3 positions because they're a little bit more intelligent with us. But I'm just trying to get them to have positive attitudes, show strength in their body language, because I was listening. You ever see the Jay Billis toughness chart?
I have. There's a great YouTube one on the Connecticut coach too, about all he watches is body language. All he watches is body language. Your body language is bad. You don't play.
Noriyama, yes, I know that one.
That's a great one. It's true though. It's like
100% true.
Your body language sucks. I ain't playing you. You ain't ready to go.
We sent one of our kids to go play for Calhoun at St. Joe's now.
Yeah.
And he came back over break, and he was talking about a lot of it. He's like, you just got to stand strong, and you just try to stay out of the line of fire, because you don't want to be that.
I can't imagine what he's like at a Division III school.
Oh, he doesn't hold anybody. He holds everybody accountable. He doesn't hold back. That's basically the nice way to put it.
And where is St. Joe's?
It's in Hartford now.
It's not Hartford. Okay, so he didn't have to move.
West End, West Hartford. Where I am, it's like a 45-minute drive.
Okay.
That area.
A great retirement job for him.
Yeah.
The money. Yeah.
Yeah, he has it good. He has it made. He does. Good guy.
Yeah, he's a hell of a coach.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, but I was just, I don't know. I wanted to have the opportunity to just say hi and thank you for
no problem.
helping me grow the last 4 years of really like holding my own teams accountable and just trying to, become a better person. And
no worries. So I'm gonna watch the Facebook group for these, and then I'm gonna do some office hours, and then if you have specific basketball stuff.
I don't have X's and O's. X's and O's I'm good on now. I haven't gotten to put in the out of bounds plays, but I have a few that I definitely want to try. And I just
simplify too, especially at the freshman level. Get really good at one or two of them.
That's we have 4. Two for man, 2 for zone, and that's about as far as it goes. I used to do one. I had one out of bounds play that would be perfect for AAU, like perfect for like it's either man or zone. There's 2 different cuts, 2 different options, and it always works. So I only had to teach one. But I've definitely simplified over the years.
And the thing is if they're getting better too, something that I'm starting to do with my guys too is just switching defenses, watching for runs. I'm becoming like you've heard, I'm a stats teacher, so it's really about stopping those runs.
Yes, that's a big thing for my kids. We're doing a lot of time and score this year. We started off day one doing different scenarios, different situations for the kids to grow. And then when we finally got into the games and the situations, the 2 games we won, they knew and could repeat what our expectation was when we finally did it.
Right.
And the 2 games we lost, I think their hearts were kind of like, we were a little less, it was, the first loss was against our like friends. They're like, their buddies. So they were definitely a little bit more nervous. And our second loss was against our town, our rivalry school. And so
you get to play everybody twice at your freshman level?
Almost everybody. Because of our varsity team does out-of-state games, sometimes we don't get that second one, or sometimes we only get one against certain teams.
Okay.
So we just make it work. We have 15 or 16 games every single year for the freshmen, and they just play hard. That's all.
You're just starting then. If you're only 4 in.
Yeah, we're 4, and varsity's 6 in. We started. Our games didn't start till December 15th. Was the first.
Oh my God! You guys start late.
Yeah, Connecticut doesn't start practice or start tryouts until after Thanksgiving.
Oh my God! When are you done?
Whatever Thanksgiving falls on is it's that weekend that starts tryouts. We get done March 17th or 18th.
Oh God, you're condensed. Holy crud!
Yeah, so our division does 3 games in weeks, like Monday game, Wednesday game, Friday game.
I would hate that. I feel bad when there's 2 games. We play Thursday, Saturday this week, and I'm freaking out right now.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. Next week is Tuesday, Friday.
How do you prepare?
That is Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Oh my God, the varsity coaches must be like.
They jam pack them in. So we do a lot to keep their legs fresh, but we do get a lot of skill work in. That's one thing that we definitely focus on for the kids. And you know, I don't mind skill work. I love doing skill work.
Yeah, skill work's awesome. All right, Coach. I got another one in like 3 minutes. Let me know and we can get on again if you got, especially if you get stuck on anything or someone throws something.
If I see another one of those posts, I'll just say hi. Really, if I have any questions, I'll just email you because that's definitely the easiest way.
I'll respond very quickly. Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Steve.
Yep, no problem. Nice meeting you. See ya. Bye. Hey, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. If you want to support us, you want to help us keep the lights on here at teachhoops.com, go over, join, 14-day free trial, and then stop the car, subscribe, like, Apple 5-star review. That would be good. All right. Maybe. Have a good day. Bye.
Booking.com is the easiest way from a day surrounded by noise to a stay surrounded by nature. That's nice. Go on, book it. It's easy. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
NFL football season is here, which means when you switch to Verizon, it feels like touchdown, because you get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube on us when you buy an eligible 5G phone on select unlimited plans, which means you can watch every out-of-market game every Sunday afternoon, and it's all on us. Now that's the Verizon way to kick off the NFL football season right. Switch and get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube on us, only with Verizon.